Hey, Josh. Hey, Josh. Hopefully Hannah's home. I said, hopefully Hannah's home.
You're not home. You're talking to me from your phone.
Yeah, I'm calling you from my phone. She should be.
What's up, Mom?
How was your day?
It was good. Really.
Meridian, welcome to the webinar. If you have time, can you give your team a call, have them hop on to the webinar? That would be great. Hey, Dr. Ross, how do we go on Facebook? Is there a button that you do for that? Hey, Dr. Ross, do you know how to go on Facebook Live?
You make up your mind, hey, I need to have
Oh, you're on a call. You know,
You can do it when it's in webinar format, Dr. Rita, because I don't see, oh, that's because I'm not the host. Do you see 3 dots to the right of Q&A?
yes.
Then
So
it should
I
say,
hit live on Facebook?
because I think that's the default for sharing. So they have live on Facebook and live on YouTube. And then when you go into the settings, you can change it to whatever other channels.
Okay, so to go live on Facebook, just hit, first I share my screen and then, wait.
No, you don't have to share your screen first. You can just go live on Facebook, and then Facebook will just see whatever you're doing in a delayed time. I don't know what it is, like 10 seconds or 15 seconds.
Which Facebook is going to be aired? My Facebook page or Wakanna for Life?
Whichever one you have connected, I think, or whichever one, we might have to do a test run, because I don't know if it would be just the Rita McGuire one or if it would be Wakanna.
It's probably Wakanna since I'm on corporate.
Oh yeah.
So cool. We'll go live.
It should show you a preview, and then it'll show you kind of what it's going to look like. It'll ask you to type a title, and then you might just want to like look at it on your phone just to make sure that you can see the share.
Got it. Should I do that now or wait until we?
No, I would, just to make sure that it's working properly before everybody gets on.
Hit it now?
Yeah, you can share it now. And then if you want to take your camera off, or if you don't, just depends on what you want the people on Facebook to see.
Oh, it says choose where you want.
Oh, choose, because you're the administrator of both pages.
It says choose where you want to post your live video.
Yeah, on your feed, or what's the other option?
Share on your timeline, share on friends' timeline, share in a group. I put share in a group. Mm-hmm. The group's name is Wakanna. Oh, that's so cool.
Yep. Try to scarf down this little bit more food before I get back on. I'll be back in one moment.
Use stream key, use camera.
Well, those are new commands. I don't know those.
Use paired encoder.
After I shared it, it usually goes to like a mock Facebook screen that's connected to Zoom to kind of show you what it would look like. And then it'll ask for a title, like what you want to title it. And then it should go live on whatever page you want it to go live on. If it won't work for the group, you may want to do it to your personal and then share your personal to the group, maybe.
So I wonder what group I'm on, even though I hit Wakanna for life. Let's see.
I'm gonna go on too and see if I can see it.
Hey Enoch, I'm about to start the meeting. How are you? CBD 101, CBD 101.
Oh, you're live, Dr. Rita.
Cool.
Yay.
Oh, that's so cool.
All right, we're live.
Woo!
We are live. We are live. We are so excited. I'm telling you, we're going to share some powerful, powerful information with you guys tonight. I got my stuff ready. I'm ready. Okay. I'm telling you, I'm going to show you how to use this stuff tonight. So you better get ready. If you don't, exactly, right? And we are going to share powerful information because CBD is what's happening and the method is in the madness.
We are live on Facebook.
All right, all right, all right.
That was good, Dr. Ross. That was a good one.
Multitasking tonight for real, right? I saw you over there. So listen, guys, welcome to the hashtag the Wakanna difference. And we're going to make a difference in your life by letting you know what's different about what we're doing and what's different about what's going on in this industry. In case you did not know, smoking hemp is the growing trend. Okay, smoking hemp. Okay, I know, yeah. Tincture under the tongue, right? Gummies, yeah. Oh, but let me tell you something. When you really want to get it done, okay, excuse me, I got it all. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about what it looks like. She's going to explain this. I know what it looks like. Don't worry about it. It's okay. Excuse me? Yeah. Okay. And in a few minutes, you're going to find out, why does she have all three of these? Why does she have this for the flower and this for the vape and the joint? Oh my God. Yes, CBD. Smoking hemp is a growing trend. And so I'm going to get out the way because I know you're ready for this information, because literally it will change your life. Literally it will take you to a whole nother level, because instead of having to wait for the pain to go, instead of having to wait for the anxiety, instead of having to, okay, I'm not telling you anymore. I'm getting out the way. Dr. Rita J. McGuire, our chief medical officer, over 30 plus years in the industry as an obstetrician gynecologist. Guys, she's an OBGYN. What can I say? Can we listen to the doctor, right? Delivered over 8,000 babies, is an expert in the field of cannabis. She's such an expert that the governor of the state of Illinois asked her to testify in front of the Judiciary Committee. What more of an expert do you need? I'm moving, I'm done. let's welcome Dr. Rita J. McGott. We call her Dr. Rita. Dr. Rita, take it away.
Wow. Thank you, Dr. Roz. Man, I'm so excited. I want to hear about what I'm going to say. I want to welcome all of our business partners, even our guests. I know we are on live on Facebook, so I'm excited that even those who don't tune in to the Zoom, you can hear this really important information. As Dr. Roz said, I'm the Chief Medical Officer, one of the co-founders here at Wakanna, and we want to talk about smokeable hemp. So I'm going to share my screen with all of you. And the reason why we want to talk about smokeable hemp, because it is the new trend. And we want you to know all of the things that you can do with this amazing product. So let me get my slides here so we can share them with you. Give me one moment. And you know what I want you to do while we're waiting for me to find my slides? Use that little chat box. If you were invited by someone tonight, because I know a lot of my friends are on, Enoch is one of them. If you are on the line, we want you to put in the chat box who invited you. Just put it right there so we can see who is back to the meeting, who invited you, and how you're feeling. Hopefully you're feeling really good tonight. So we want to welcome you to the hashtag Wakanna Difference. You just heard from our host, Dr. Rosalind Shaw Belt. You'll be hearing from our Senior Vice President, Thomas L. Sue V. You'll be hearing from Dr. Joyce Smith, our PharmD. You'll be hearing from Cuzzo, Gerald West. You'll be hearing from a lot of our other partners about our products. So what is smokeable hemp? Smokable hemp, or CBD flower, is the flower or bud of the hemp plant that has been cultivated specifically for smoking. See, cannabinoids or compounds that the cannabis plant makes, such as CBD or cannabidiol, are really found in its highest and greatest abundance in the flower of the plant. So while we use CBD tinctures and gummies and topicals and all of those other products, it is the smokable hemp that is pure. It's coming from the most potent part of the cannabis plant, which is the bud and flower of the industrial hemp plant. So let's look at the two products that we're going to talk about tonight. See, Wakanna has actually 3 smokable products. We have a vape cartridge, as Dr. Roz alluded to, but tonight we're going to concentrate on our flower. We're going to concentrate on our premium flower and our premium Diamond Life pre-roll. So let's talk about the strain of the flower that we have chosen to use here at Wakanna. The strain is called Electra. And Electra has hints of sweet pine. It has a citrusy taste and has a deep wood flavor. See, those are something called terpenes. That's what gives the cannabis plant its aroma, its taste. So when you use the flower, you smoke this product or you vape it, you taste those amazing terpenes. This strain, Electra, is great for those who are afflicted with joint dis-ease or muscle fatigue or even overall discomfort. But what we love best about this strain is that it allows you to relax and it puts you in an amazing, great mood any time of the day. So that is the strain of the flower that we're using, Electra. So what are the benefits? What are the benefits to smoking or vaping CBD flower? You know, we talk about the tincture all the time, right? The oil you put under the tongue. But when you smoke or vape CBD flower, it has faster results. Why? Because it bypasses your digestive system, right? It doesn't have to go through the stomach, then the liver, before it gets into the bloodstream. When you vapor smoke CBD flower, within 1 to 5 minutes, you're getting the benefits of CBD. You also are increasing the bioavailability. It's becoming more available to the cells because it doesn't have to go through the digestive system. It also produces what we call an entourage effect. The entourage effect means the synergy of those cannabinoids, plus those terpenes, plus the other compounds that the cannabis plant makes, the essential oils, the flavonoids, all of those synergistically, when you vapor smoke, is an amazing result. And when we talk about CBD or cannabidiol, when it's extracted from the hemp part of the plant, it gives you no high. So yes, when you have issues or dis-ease, or maybe you're a little anxious or depressed, or maybe you can't sleep, whatever the issue is, you can use this product and get the health without the high. And that's what I love about CBD from hemp. It's important to inhale properly. In fact, we're going to have a demonstration and show you how to inhale properly so that the cannabinoids can be in the system effectively. But most importantly, you've got to use premium flower. You got to use premium buds, premium flower like we have here in Wakanna. All of our products are organic. This particular strain is from an organic farm in Oregon. Again, it's the Electra strain. It's a great strain for overall wellness, overall mood improvement, overall addressing dis-ease in joints and muscles. So right now, what we're gonna do is demonstration time. So I have the Senior Vice President of Wakanna, Thomas L. Sewell V. You know, he just got promoted, so Dr. Reed has got to remember these new promotions. But we're going to demonstrate how you use this particular product. There are different forms. So give us a moment. We're going to stop sharing so you can see everything here. So let me spotlight my video.
Yeah.
Mr. Sewell, TJ, how are you today?
I'm doing great. How are you, Dr. Rita?
Wonderful, wonderful.
Excellent, excellent.
So let's show them the pre-roll first.
Okay, excellent. So
this is our pre-roll. It's an amazing product, but what's really important about this product is that you don't have to smoke the whole pre-roll in one setting. See, this is 100 milligrams of CBD. And no one needs 100 milligrams of CBD in one sitting. So this pre-roll can last you at least 3 to 4 weeks, right? 1 to 3 pulls 3 times a day is all you need. So you want to demonstrate that?
excellent. So again, with the pre-roll, it's very straightforward. Again, you have the pre-roll here. As Dr. Rita indicated, you can utilize it in multiple settings. Being able to utilize it in multiple settings, you know, for me, public speaking is not my strong suit. And so before we have our Wakanna difference, you know, I take a few puffs of my pre-roll to ensure that I'm able to adequately be able to address the issue at hand without having to deal with my anxiety. So again, with the pre-roll, I just take a lighter, I then take it to my mouth to make sure that I can kind of control the fire and ensuring that it's actually going to spark.
So what you want to do is you want to inhale, you want to hold that,
Excellent.
inhale one more time so that that CBD can get into the bloodstream. And we're saying within 1 to 5 minutes, you start to feel the relaxation, you start to feel the effects of that product. So that is a huge benefit, that these products can work very fast versus other forms of CBD takes about 15 to 20 minutes, sometimes almost an hour to get into the bloodstream. Okay, wonderful. Thank you, TJ. So our next demonstration is vaping the flower. So why would you vape the flower? Well, vaping the flower with a dry herb vape pen. I use the Evolve D by Yocan. It's a great vape pen because it really causes the heat to be adequate for the flower and not too hot to cause the flower to burn. This device is really easy. When you open it up, you're gonna put the flower in this area here, right? My flower was already in there. And then you put the top on, you turn it on, you let it heat up there, and you're going to just take a nice draw on it. So when you vape, the combustion is less than smoking. You know, we recommend vaping for those who have or may be challenged with more respiratory conditions, right? Because we know that smoking could cause more irritation to the lung fields. So the vape portion of CBD flower is a much more desired way of taking in CBD if you want to use it in an inhalation method. Another good benefit for smoking CBD flower are for those friends and family members that still smoke cigarettes. There are people that still smoke nicotine, and CBD has been shown to cut the cravings in those who are addicted to nicotine. So smoking pre-rolls, vaping CBD flower with your Evolve D herb pen is a great, great way. Now, this herb pen can be purchased on Amazon, and it's a great, great tool. Another thing that you can do, TJ, can you help me with this demonstration? Another great thing that you can do with our flour is to make canna butter, which we've already made canna butter. Well, why in the heck would you make canna butter? Well, you may want to make canna butter to infuse and to use on your food. You know, I love popcorn. It's my really, really downfall, right? I love popcorn, and why not put some CBD canna butter on your popcorn, or maybe your toast, or maybe your bagels, whatever it is. So we have a recipe for you that we've already, we're gonna put it on our Facebook page, but it's a super easy recipe. It takes about 2 hours. Your prep time is 10 minutes, and all you need is our Wakanna premium flour. Our flour is 385 milligrams. It's 3.5 grams in the entire container. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your flour and you're gonna grind it up really well. You're gonna use parchment paper. I've got the parchment paper, right? And you're going to put your flour in the oven for about 40 minutes. You're gonna bake it at 230 degrees. What does that do? It does something called decarboxylates the flour. It activates the flour, okay? Once that's done, you're gonna take it out of the oven and you're gonna put 11 tablespoons of butter. I use my Earth Balance vegan butter, and 1 cup of water, and you're gonna put it on the stove, and you're going to simmer the butter and your flour, your decarboxylated flour, on the stove for about 40 minutes. Once that has simmered for 40 minutes, you're gonna take all of that with a cheesecloth and you're gonna drain it into a container. You're gonna put it in the refrigerator for 2 hours, and voila. You've got canna butter. Oh my goodness. So yummy, so easy. Recipe can be followed by anyone. And then if you want to use that butter on your popcorn, you can even take it up another level and put your chili lime spice on there, and you've got some yummy, 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 yummy butter. So with the flower, you can vape it, you can smoke it, you can make canna butter, you can be really, really creative with our CBD flower. So let's go back to our presentation. We've done our demonstration. Hopefully you guys now know how to use those products. Let's share that again. And we're going to take questions at the end, okay? So just be patient with us with those questions. And we're going to share our screen again. Okay. So we're going to put this on Facebook, right? We're going to put the recipe, real easy recipe. You only need your flour, a cup of water, your butter. That's all you need. It's so easy and so yummy. Here's the recipe. We're going to put the recipe on Facebook, so you will have that for the holidays. The holidays are coming up. You absolutely want to share this with your friends and family. So now it's time for some more information. This is really, really important information, right, TJ?
Very much so, very important.
Oh my God, this is the reason why we're here, right? And it's about all of these confusing laws surrounding smokable hemp. Gives me a headache, TJ.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. So, as Dr. Rita indicated, and as we always share, that we are on the pioneering front of an industry. And so this really is an example of how we are really a part of that pioneering industry and what it takes in order for us to adequately navigate. I'm sure many of you have noticed in regards to Texas, Indiana, Louisiana, and Kentucky are places that we are unable to actually send our smokable hemp. And so it's our responsibility as the Chief Medical Officer and myself as the Senior Vice President of Wakanna to make sure that our distributors are educated as to why we've taken such initiative. And so today we're going to look, why are these states prohibiting CBD and hemp? In Indiana, Kentucky, and Louisiana, and North Carolina. And so today we're just really going to give you a tidbit of information in regards to each state and what it means and how and where they're going in regards to smokable hemp. So now I'm going to turn it back over to Dr. McGuire, and she's going to give you some information in regards to how did we get here when our 2018 Farm Bill signed by President Trump indicates that CBD is legal on a federal level.
Yeah.
So Dr. McGuire.
I mean, this is really confusing, TJ. I thought CBD was legal. Didn't you guys think that? I mean, it was the 2018 Farm Bill. Well, what happened? Well, a couple of things happened. Let's see. Got it. This computer's going crazy, right? Because I'm about to talk about the government. No, I'm not. I'm just kidding. But what happened? You know, in 2018, as TJ stated, the Farm Bill was passed with legalized hemp. What happened was that what they found were that states were having a hard time, the law enforcement were really having a hard time distinguishing if you had hemp or if the flower you were smoking or vaping was illegal cannabis, right? Because it smells the same, it really looks the same, but it is not the same. Hemp gives you the legal limit of THC, which is 0.3% or less, and does not get you high, whereas cannabis, marijuana species, has large amounts of THC and gets you high. So for that reason, the law enforcement couldn't discern which product you actually had. Second thing was the vape crisis that happened in early 2019. You remember lots of people unfortunately died from black market vape cartridges that had vitamin E in it, they had fentanyl, they had rat poison. So the combination of these two things really made some states really clamp down on the legalization of smokable hemp. So that's why we're at the place we're at. Meanwhile, the FDA is still trying to figure out what protocols they want and standards they want to put forward as it relates to CBD products that are infused, CBD drinks, etc. So the whole industry is a little unclear, but just know the 2018 Farm Bill on a federal level has legalized hemp, but there are 5 states that really want to clamp down on smokable hemp products. So let's talk about some of these states. I'm going to let TJ go and take his states, and then I'm going to come back up and talk about my states. But this is really important to pay attention, guys. This is very serious.
Excellent. So in regards to law and order, smokable hemp, CBD in Kentucky. And so what does it mean in the state of Kentucky when you are found with smokable hemp? It is unlawful for persons who does not hold a license issued by the department or who is not an agent of a license to cultivate, handle, process, or market hemp plants or viable seeds, leaf materials, or floral materials derived from hemp. And so what this is indicating is that currently in the state of Kentucky, which they have indicated as its law, a person who is found with any of the listed above, whether it be any type of smokable hemp, they will actually utilize that hemp has 0.3% of THC. And because of that 0.3%, what they do is they actually will press charges against you as if you had marijuana. Kentucky has indicated that it is not going to implement a testing system. So for example, Virginia is one of the states that if you're pulled over there, then they actually have on-site tests that can actually show if it's hemp or it's THC. Kentucky has made a stance, and in that stance, they have indicated if you are pulled over with smokable hemp in your vehicle and you are not able to provide them with the appropriate documentation that is from the Kentucky Department of Agriculture, then you can then be charged for that smokable hemp, CBD, as if it was marijuana. And so currently in the state of Kentucky, they are fighting very aggressively to make sure that, and moving forward, that this will not be the cause.
Wow, pretty serious, huh?
Very much so. So now, then we have states like North Carolina. In North Carolina, the definition of marijuana would be amended to include smokable hemps, thus treating it as a level 6 controlled substance. And so again, in North Carolina, they've actually indicated, and the difference between North Carolina and Kentucky is that Kentucky has already passed the bill where this currently is the law. Currently in the state of Carolina, they're kind of in a state of limbo because the local politicians have not actually clarified in regards to how smokable hemp can be utilized in that specific state. But due to the fact that there has been no specification, you won't be charged like you would be in Kentucky, but you would be you would leave yourself open and susceptible to a form of a ticket. And the interesting thing about North Carolina is that actually applies to all CBD products as a whole. And the reason that it applies to all CBD as a whole, because they have actually don't have the necessary legislation in place. And so due to that, it's a very broad and generalization as a whole in regards to hemp and CBD.
Wow. It's really, really unfortunate, isn't it, that on a federal level, it's legal, but these states are really taking this to the next level. So that's why we feel that it's so important to educate all of you about these 5 states that have smokable hemp bans. Well, Louisiana is another one. You know, Louisiana, you can see here, has pretty high fines. In fact, if you are found selling hemp products, it can lead to a $300 fine for the first offense, a $1,000 fine for the second offense, and a fine ranging from $500 to $3,000 for any offense after that. So again, they state that any part of hemp that's used for inhalation is prohibited in Louisiana. So a lot of our distributors are saying, well, why can't we just tell them we're using it to make can butter? You know, you just don't want to put yourself in that predicament when you have such strict laws and potential fines and offenses. But let's look at Indiana. Indiana is another state that has a smokable hemp ban. Indiana legislators last year passed a law legalizing the commercial production of hemp and setting up a regulatory process. This law also bans smokable hemp. So anyone knowingly possessing, manufacturing, even delivering smokable hemp in Indiana can be charged with a misdemeanor under this particular law. Texas is another state. What we love about Texas is that they have lifted the ban for smokable hemp. 4 hemp companies filed a class action lawsuit. What did they say? They said this is unfair, that the state is putting this ban. It will cost many companies millions of dollars in sales. It would cost the state billions of dollars in potential tax revenue. So a judge just lifted this ban and will address this law in February of 2021. So we're excited for Texas. We haven't made a formal statement from Wakanna about releasing products to Texas, but just know that Texas is no longer banned from smokable hemp. So congratulations to the state of Texas. So that is an update. That is Kentucky, North Carolina, Indiana, Louisiana. Now hemp in Texas, smokable hemp is legal. So we are concerned about those 4 states,
Absolutely.
which can go anywhere from getting a misdemeanor to very high fines and even being arrested. So we want everyone to understand and to know what those laws are. Now, this is a time where we hear from you out there that have a testimony. We have a couple of testimonies, and then we're gonna let you guys go home. We're gonna answer some questions. I know there are teams that have team meetings at 7 o'clock, but what we wanna do is bring up Dr. Joyce Smith first. She's gonna let us know how she uses these products and her testimony, and I'm gonna bring you up now.
All right. Dr. Rita, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
All right, I'm trying to enjoy this nice weather, so I'm out here in nature. Had to bring my light outside.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, yes, no problem. I learned so much tonight. Like, I didn't know, I knew that the states had banned smokable hemp, but I didn't know what the history was behind it. So I really, really appreciate you for educating us as always. So we're here to talk about how we use smokable hemp. And again, when I first joined Wakanna, when I was even thinking about cannabis, I knew it was very taboo. So I'm like, can I even get involved? And now even, you know, smoking the pre-roll, I kind of look like, am I supposed to be doing this? But it feels so good. Like for me, the anxiety relief is the biggest thing. It's helped with my headaches for sure. So those are the 2 things that I've used it for. I've had a bad headache, went and smoked my pre-roll as opposed to using any Tylenol or ibuprofen. And it was really helpful for me. as far as anxiety, when I'm leaving work and I have like a crazy day and then I'm rushing to go do something else, or I'm, you know, just in the hustle and bustle of the day, when I need to just calm down and just chill, the pre-roll is very helpful. I do have the Evolve D pen. I don't know if you can see it because it's kind of bright, but I do have the Evolve D pen. Compliment, Mooney, thank you. And I really love it. I mean, being able to put the flower inside of a device where I don't have to break it down and roll it, because that was never my ministry. I really, really enjoy it. So kind of let go. My only advice, and I know maybe you didn't ask for advice, my only advice would be let go of the stigma and focus on the health and the wholeness that you're getting as a result of these products. We talk about our tinctures, we talk about our gummies, we talk about all of our topicals, but our inhaled products are amazing. Some people may have health conditions where inhaled products may not be useful for them, but Dorita said the dry herb vape pen is not as hard on your lungs. So if that is your issue, that is still another option and another way that you can use this flower, in addition to putting it in your cooking, in addition to putting it, I want to try it in some tea. I work that way. But just an amazing product. I have all of my products out here. I had my popcorn and I had my chili lime on it, so it was amazing that Dr. Rita talked about that. I just really, really want to encourage and empower you all to utilize your products to the fullest extent to make your body feel whole and bring it back into homeostasis. So that's what I got.
Thank you so much for that share, Dr. Joy Smith. She is a PharmD, and truly, truly, we really appreciate you sharing that testimony. I'm going to move on to another millennial. We might as well hear from the millennials first. David McDowell, are you out there? You can unmute yourself and just let us know what you have found in using our flower.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, yes.
Oh, okay. Good evening, everybody. Good evening, Dr. Rita.
Can you share your video or no?
I don't have the best setting right now. My lighting is kind of messed up. So
Perfect. We'll hear you.
All righty. So pretty much my experience that I've had with the smokeable flower, coming from a THC background, someone who wants to cut back on their smoke intake as far as tobacco and as far as THC, I can say that the flower is absolutely phenomenal. It has wonderful flavor to it. It's something that I found provided me with a lot of mental clarity and a more focus-driven approach as far as taking a smoke or doing something as far as the habitual side. You know, anyone who smokes, more along the lines of it, it's more habit than it is addiction. You know, it's more so along the lines of if someone were to be biting their nails or something, that becomes a habitual process. And I found that the CBD flower can not only interrupt that habitual process, it can also provide you with a level of clarity and focus to move past any of those habitual things that you might be experiencing along that side. As far as the health benefits go, I've noticed a change in regularity, a change in my hair, skin, just feeling better and feeling great. You know, usually after you get done smoking, you might feel bogged down. You don't feel that way from the CBD flower at all. Like I said, and for, you know, people that partake on the THC side, one thing you will notice is this very, very high quality flower. It tastes wonderful from whatever medium that you choose to ingest it. And I just think it's something that everybody should give a try, whether they're a smoker or not. Just like the presenter before me was saying, just make sure that you break the stigma. Forget about the stigma and think about the health, the benefits of what this smoke will do for you. And I'm out. Thank you.
Thank you so much, David. Oh my gosh, thank you for that share. Love hearing from millennials. We're going to move over to Sylvia Covington, one of our business partners, who is, I'm telling you, our poster child for our vaping of our premium CBD flower. Are you out there, Sylvia?
Yes, I am, Dr. Rita. And thanks so much for having me. I'm sorry I'm kind of dark. I'm in my car. We just left a team meeting, but I really want to thank you, TJ, for having me on the phone this afternoon. And I really want to share my testimony. And this testimony, I'm just going to be transparent. On last week, I took a really serious fall. I mean, I fell and my head even went into the wall. So I took a very serious fall. I immediately started my hip, my hip empty. I took the under my tongue and I put the topicals on my knees and on my body. But what got me through the day was this premium flower. I smoked this all during the day. And, I didn't feel that I did feel some soreness, but it wasn't as bad as it used to be. And I'm 64 years old, so I'm not no spring chicken. But I'm telling you, I have not stopped moving as long as I take my premium flour, and I eat the gummies at night. So I do everything. But this truly got me through all of these days up until now, and I never had to stop once or go to, just rest. I was just fine, except for, I was a little sore, but I just thought it was going to be so much worse than it was. So I really love this premium flour. I'm always have this pen. Dr. Rita suggested this pen, and I have it with me all the time. Thank you, Dr. Rita.
Wow, thank you so much. I am so glad that you are well. I'm so glad that these products assisted you with that fall that you had. And I'm telling you, I'm over here getting in trouble, guys, because I'm eating this popcorn with this can of butter and this chili lime. Oh my goodness, it's so good. But I'm going to move on to Gerald West. Cuzzo, please just come up and let us know how you love.
All right. Well, can you hear me, Dr. Rita?
I can hear you. Yes.
Excellent. Once again, I am in the car like Miss Sylvia. It's just been a crazy week for me, honestly. About 3 decades of driving, and I caused my very first accident. So I tell you, when I did, immediately got out the car, and the woman was pretty upset with me, and she had a right to be. But I tell you what, she pulled out a cigarette and she started smoking. So I had the spirit of share, and I didn't do it too swiftly. But after everything was resolved, and I put their spare tire on their car, her and her girlfriend actually followed me over to the house, and I gifted them some CBD flower, a whole 3.5 on me. Plus Geico, so I definitely took care of them. But why did I do that? I did that because I've had an experience with CBD. I did that because the CBD flower, really, the onset is immediate for me personally. When I inhale, I feel relief. I know some people say 10 minutes or however long. For me, it's some immediate things happening. It's this week as well, or throughout this week, I had dropped 10 pounds working with Dr. Rita, of course, and with doing that, changing my eating style, I had onsets of headaches. And I tell you, that pre-roll was such a soother. It allowed my muscles, it allowed me to relax. It allowed me to really communicate with my body efficiently, not having and holding a headache, but being able to negotiate my breaths and just release. And I never experienced that. And I've done black and mouths. And in my youth, in my 20s, I smoked cigarettes. I'm now 39, and I tell you, I just have not found something that matches our flower, and that's bottom line. I love the gummies, and they rock a brother to sleep, and I love it. But not so much when I'm into a high stress situation. I tell you, when I'm in a high stress situation, I will vape quick, but I tell you, that flower is something special, and I roll it up myself where's my joint? I roll it up myself, and man, I just share with people because this really helps me balance myself. I love Minister Mooney's story at the very beginning, sharing with me how he doesn't fight. He doesn't fight. He can't argue because he's so balanced. And now I really understand that tale. Just bringing this flower just helps me get balanced and react optimally. So thank you for the time, Dr. Rita. Thank you.
Well, we thank God that you are safe and whole. We thank God that you're 10 pounds lighter. And we thank God that your body is in balance. And we thank God that you were able to share with those two women as well. You know, there are still millions of people that smoke cigarettes. And I'm telling you, CBD has been found in studies and research that it can break that addiction of nicotine and so many other things as well. So thank you, Gerald. Thank you, Cuzzo. We're going to move on to Dr. Roz. And we're going to move on to Dr. Roz because Dr. Roz not only has built the Houston market, she actually opened up Texas. You know, we launched this company April 20th of 2019, and we went into Texas in May of 2019, and the governor of Texas had not even legalized hemp yet, but she is the pioneer. She is an amazing builder, an amazing business partner who not only has been following this law of Texas, but also has great stories and testimonies about these pre-rolls, about our flower, and about the laws in Texas. So Dr. Roz, can you close us out? Because we are done and we're going to take some questions after you. Thank you.
All right, can you hear me, Dr. Rita?
I can.
Fantastic. I am so excited. Let me tell you, when I first got in Wakanna, of course, you know, smoked joints back in the day, been there, done there, right? But I am of age and I am experiencing menopause. So now this is for all of those people who are, now I don't have the night sweats, but I do have what I experience, and I know it's from menopause, so it's no question about that. I just turned 60, so hello. But I get these—
You look amazing.
Thank you. I get these chills, okay? And it's like a quick chill all over my body. And you think I just got the Holy Ghost or something because I quicken. But it's it's just like a chill. And my husband will say, he'll call it something else. He calls it something else. We say, oh, is that? So I personally, he calls it a transformation. So I first started with the vaping. And when I would vape, I would see that I didn't experience it for a period of time, okay? And then when the flower came out, I mean, I did the pre-roll, tried the pre-roll, same thing. But then when the flower came out, I started using the flower, and if I use it before it happens, it wouldn't happen. So it's like I'm not even experiencing whatever hormonal change is going through my body that would cause that to happen for me. And of course, everybody's different and they have different results from menopause. But for me, I would get the chills. Sometimes I would get hot. I didn't have the dripping sweats. Thank you, Jesus. But my point is that when I hit this, I'm just, you know, it's just so marvelous. I am not going through the same normal stuff that we go through, ladies. So I tell you, give it a try and see, doesn't it help you in your situation? And yes, hey, we're fighting these laws here in Texas, okay? They're just upset because, see, they know we're taking away from their tobacco business. People are not smoking cigarettes because they're getting, that nicotine is getting out their body. So we're fighting it. All these other states are going to come on board and fighting it. And thank God right now, the ban has been lifted for a certain period of time here in Texas. So we're excited. All right.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for that share, Dr. Ross. We're excited for Texas. We're going to take some questions. Let's see if you can put them in the chat. And if anyone on the panel, if you saw any questions, I think we answered the question about where you can get the dry herb vape pen from Amazon. It's a Yokan Evolve D. It's a great, great pen. I thought I saw something about someone who had a heart attack.
You answered her question in your explanation, Dr. Rita. It was Fran.
Oh, okay, I did. Okay, great. Wonderful. Any other questions? You can put them right there in the chat. If not, if you're a guest on the line, we want you to contact the person who invited you so you can hear more about all of our other amazing products, but you absolutely want to purchase our premium flower, 385 milligrams, 3.5 grams in this jar. You want to check out that can of butter recipe. We're going to put that on our Wakanna for Life Facebook page. You want to check out our pre-roll. This is our diamond pre-roll, an amazing CBD joint. Again, the health without the high. None of our products get you high. All of our products are organically grown. All of our products are third-party tested. All of our products are going to give you that holistic, organic way of addressing your health. And everyone is looking for a natural, organic way of addressing their health. So TJ, anything else you want to say?
No, we just want to thank everybody for taking the time and joining us as we just share updates in regards to smokable hemp in the United States. We hope that this platform was informative. That's always the objective.
Yes.
Of course, we always want to thank our compliance committee, which consists of Dr. Joy Smith, Dr. Rosalind Shaw Belt, and Gerald Smith. And so we just want to thank you for your time. And we want to thank our participants, Sylvia Covington, and also
David McDowell.
Mr. McDowell for joining us. Again, we really wanted to highlight the benefits of utilizing fresh flower.
Yes.
In addition, with your tinctures. And so again, we want to thank you, and you all have a great evening.
Have a great evening, and we'll see you tomorrow at 10 a.m. on a business overview. Take care, everyone. Thank you again.